All right. Good morning, guys. Good stuff. Nice to see some guys early in the chat. Vince, Brandon, Carlos. What's going on, man? Good morning. Wheel row, Carlos, Vince, David Bride. Hey, how's it going, man? Nice to see you guys. Good morning. Happy Sunday. How's it going? Vince, you like my my mannequin's hat? Right on. Yeah, this head is for the just to hold the HTC Vive, because you're not supposed to expose the lenses to light. So yeah, these mannequins. This stuff was belonged to Taylor, so my wife's brother. So he was he thought of everything there. How's it going, guys? So doesn't it, Vince, with the time change, right? So I know I feel like, yeah, it feels late, and I'm usually not this prepared so soon, right? Like I actually had time to chill this morning and actually look up some stuff, right? You like that, Carlos? This belongs to Ben. This was in his bedroom at the old place, but I really need to paint the walls down here because the color is awful, right? So I just wanted to put something there just to, but it's Canada, right? So here we are in Edmonton. I don't know if you can see it, but yeah, we're way up here, guys. We're way up here. I don't know. Here, check this out. So this is where I don't know if you can see it, but I'm from Toronto, which is way south. And Edmonton is it is the most northern city in the country, like a major city, right? So yeah, it's pretty far north. It's really secluded. There's no cities around it, right? But today I got some pretty cool links for us. I found some pretty cool stuff. It looks like I'm buffering right now. Hopefully that's not an issue. Right on. Thanks, Wheelroll. Yeah, I got a few in my hat collection, right? So, I honestly I hate when you wear it at work and you wreck it. You know what I mean? Like, we got a lot of the snow's melted, man. We did get a lot of snow the other day, but it's been warm, not cold. So, yeah, a lot of the snow is melted. Good morning, GM guy. Good morning. Nice to see some guys and new guys in the chat. That's beautiful. Excellent. Eddie, good morning, man. Yeah, it's cool, man. I'm glad you guys like the map. Yeah. So yeah, I'm trying to figure out where camera angles and everything like that. So eventually I'm gonna paint this wall, and I had an idea, but it's gonna be a surprise because I might actually do a video on it too. But it's gonna be yeah, it'll be a surprise. So yeah, well, that's 702 subscribers, guys. That's awesome. So we're less than 300 away now. So it's 298 subscribers away to 1,000. I got like 10,000 watch hours already, so I don't have to worry about that. But yeah, subscribers are getting there. So we're just into 9 months now since I started the channel. So yeah, it's been a long 9 months and a lot of work. And you creators out there, you guys know, Vince and Eddie, because you've seen Christina, and you guys both work on your channel, on that channel, quite a bit. So oh, I missed it anyways, something. So yeah, and Courtney too. Yeah, my beautiful wife, Courtney, is in the chat. Everybody's awake because it's so late, the time change, so all of the kids are awake. So hopefully we get we don't get too many interruptions today. But how's the sound? Everybody sounding? Is it sounding good? Let me check. I haven't even checked. I can just check real quick. Yeah, it's not so bad. Good. Yeah, it was nice to have all the bugs worked out too. And to have that extra time in the morning to get ready is really, really nice, right? So, but yeah, so the links are in the description, everybody. And if you want to follow along, or you on the replay, you want to do this is I put the links together for research purposes for anybody who's actually researching the actual subject of the title. Plus today is crazy actually because I kind of got sidetracked a bit, and so we're gonna go back go back over a few things to make sure we didn't miss any tech, right? So yeah, it's going to be a pretty cool stream. I got a lot of cool stuff to show you guys today. So yeah, man, awesome. The first page is this stuff is cool because this is all built in like Edmonton and well, all across Alberta, right? And so advances in wood construction. This is kind of neat stuff. There's a drawing that this cabin, right? Look at it. An unconventional cabin raised up, an unconventional cabin raised up on recycled gas pipes, and an estate home with a floating roof took center stage at 10th annual Prairie Wood Design Awards. So that's what that's all about. So the category winner, a net zero townhouse development. Oh yeah, so I've driven by this. This stuff is really cool. Some of the stuff they're building in Edmonton here right now, with the wood, like there's a building going up. I've been driving by it, you know, over the past a long time, ever since I've been in Edmonton, so 10 or so years, and it went from like an empty lot to a construction project that actually stopped after the concrete was poured and sat empty for like probably at least a couple of years. And David, good morning, another face in the chat. Good morning, man. Very good, thank you, David. I just caught that the message about the sound in the video. I appreciate that. Thank you very much. Feedback is what I need for sure. It's this going live is it's tricky business, eh, Vince? There's so many things that can go wrong, and it's like somehow things just like weirdly just change on you, right? Your settings just kind of change sometimes, like especially when YouTube crashed the last time there, and with that Google Plus, when they're trying to take out Google Plus, right? So a lot of things kind of went goofy, like the TubeBuddy integration wasn't working in the comments and stuff, and my streams were set to unlisted or something like that. So my last stream, I was like unlisted for the first hour or 45 minutes or whatever. But yeah, so anyways, the stuff they're building with wood, man, oh man, it's amazing. The Beamcraft, I think, is this one company, but oh my god, this high rise they're building with wood is it's amazing. Like I remember living in a studio in Toronto where like the floor was just 2x6s stood up because it was an old like aluminum stamping plant back in the day. And it was just beautiful, right? Actually, it had brick walls like right through the middle. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, upgrades can jack up OBS big time. And Streamlabs is Streamlabs is much heavier on the hardware than OBS, than the standard OBS. So my Alienware here, like this computer here, is it's a beast, man. It's very powerful. But yeah, I have you know, there's definitely, it's going to be time to upgrade in, I'd say a year's time. So to get a, you know, and my next system. So, but, yeah, definitely I love it. Eh? Like it's, the hardware, you need to have good hardware. I'm running the NVIDIA. I got dual core here, 2 i7s or whatever. It's pretty powerful machine, so it should be, because yeah, it took us how many years to pay off, Court? Right? But anyway, so this is the actual like rendering of that house, right? So this is like recycled gas pipe. I'm looking at this like it's I-beams, right? But you know, you have to read the article to get the full details, but like it's really different, right? Look at this, is beautiful. This is the sort of thing I was talking about. Like these roofs like are all wood planks. Like they're just so beautiful. Like just big pieces of timber with huge hardware, right? Like huge hardware to, you know, rods and bolts to get the, you know, all the stuff together, right? It's like Lego on, like massive adult Lego on steroids type thing. It's crazy, right? So oh, I'm so off of the chat too. I haven't even raining. So it's raining in Florida. My dad and sister just got back from Lauderdale last week, I guess. So yeah, I was saying that We're talking about the 1984 Nintendo earlier, and I was like 5 when that came out, and in Canada, like the Nintendos and the games were so expensive, you couldn't really afford them, right? But Dad was always in the U.S., so he was able to bring back stuff, cheap. And so yeah, I always had lots of games, and I had the Nintendo, so it was cool, man. So in Edmonton, they're using the wood a lot. I mean, it makes sense because like I think wood is almost like the best product that stands up against like the snow and ice and the weather changes, right? Like it seems to be like the best way to build it in like our climate, right? Really, because when you get into the concrete and the steel, you got to be there's a lot of extra stuff you got to do to account for contraction and expansion and stuff like that, right? So it's crazy. It's crazy. So wood is really neat, and some of these designs are so beautiful. Like I'm gonna have to take a video or take some pictures of this one building and show them to you, because like the glazing is just going on now, and the wood is all in. It's beautiful. It's really nice. So yeah, subfloor heating. I don't know if you guys ever seen this, but the subfloor heating is also another thing that we do quite a bit. You know what I need to do? I need to switch my chat over on so I can maybe follow it a little better. What snow? Snow is definitely, it's cold and wet. A thing that makes me funny is I don't know if you guys have seen the movie Frozen. If you have kids, especially girls, I know you have. So the Olaf, the little snowman, when they first meet him, and he's talking about how he wants to be in summer. Oh, that's funny. Yeah, and you know what? I love wood, and it's beautiful. It is beautiful, right? I know, because like I used to be a wood framer too, but now I'm a steel framer, and I don't know, like I just think maybe because I could do more elaborate stuff with the steel than I could with the wood, right? That's why I want to do my house with, well, definitely wood is going to be like a lot of finishing product in wood, right? But the structure would be more like iron steel type thing, right? And concrete. That's and I like to pile it and everything, right? Yeah, so I have some. I like wood too. It rots in Florida. Oh God! So it rots in Florida. How come? Is it the humidity? Because if I remember, it's really humid, right? Is that why it rots? So the hydronic radiant. Oh, so there's the is this kind of what you mean, like, or the water? The hydronic, is that the water one? Because they talk about that too. You can use heated floor for wood floor. Yeah, absolutely you can. Yeah. There's different systems, like the ones that I seen in underneath the hardwood and I've done was glycol, actually. Glycol systems. Was it glycol or was it water? Oh shoot, man. I wanted to say glycol, but anyways, it was really neat stuff. A ton of racks from wood rot. Yeah, right on. Oh my gosh. But yeah, so it generally goes like, how do we do it now? I'm trying to remember. So there's concrete, and then, or I guess your subfloor, right? In my trade, like even when we're doing condominiums, it's concrete, and then I want to say there's like they're the red like tubes, right? That they run, and do they pour Gypcrete in it, or does the Gypcrete go on before to level it? And then they do some kind of floor on top. I can't remember now. I'm blowing a gap, but yeah, it's pretty cool stuff actually. And it's and in here, like when I was down in Banff and Canmore, all the like multi-million-dollar condos and lofts that we were building down there, like they all had the in-floor heating, right? glycol mix. Yeah, right. Yeah, 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 yeah. With PEX, that's right. Yes, 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 yes. PEX. Yeah, they ran. It was like a red one. It was like a red PEX, right? Schluter. Schluter. Okay, yeah, right. I think I think I know what the. Yeah, right. I gotcha. Percentage. Yeah. Oh man. So carpenter ants, termites, water, moisture, humidity. Oh, and a sand. Yeah, right, right, right. A sandbar. Yeah, that's you know what's interesting about Edmonton is because it's so cold for so long, there's not a lot of bugs, right? Like it's you don't have to worry about bugs in residential, right? It's because of the cold, right? It's cold for so long, they don't survive here. So, hey, what the heck, man? Chef Pete, what's going on, man? Nice to see you. Good morning. Happy Sunday. Cool, man. Pure lime. Oh, and lime is awful stuff too, right? Oh my gosh. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. But yeah, we're lucky that in Toronto, cockroaches and bugs. Oh God, we're like it was like in every single house had it, right? It is just disgusting how many bugs are there, but it's different. It's warmer. It's humid, right? It's actually really humid. Yeah, there was definitely some at that other place. Yeah, it was nasty. Yeah, I hate bugs, but they don't last. Like they're so easy to kill here. It's crazy. Yeah, good stuff. Good morning, Chef. Nice to see you, buddy. Good to see you, man. That's awesome. Wow. Yeah, we're just talking about in-floor heating. So we were just talking about some plumbing, you know, like the PEX that they run. Hey. Yep. Yeah. You want to come say hi? No. Okay. Amelia's just getting a picture. She's such a little artist. She loves to draw. Oh yeah, for Cookie Swirl C. Yeah, she likes Cookie Swirl C, of course. No, maybe not. Maybe it's upstairs, love. She's so the cutest, man. Oh my gosh. Roaches in the Hawaiis are the size of rats. Yeah, right? Yeah, the roaches are just nasty, right? And I bet you in the warmer climates too, they get pretty big, right? So, oh my God, you know what though, Whalero? Yeah, Florida's swampy, right? They do the same thing here in Edmonton, and it's very strange. But they don't really have a choice because of the way the city goes, I suppose. But they come and dump like tons of sand. I think, yeah, they come and dump tons of sand and stuff. But it doesn't matter. Like, Amelia, everyone's saying hi. Thanks for saying hi. She's like I say, yeah, she's a little artist. She drew a picture for one of her favorite YouTubers, and they're gonna send it to her, Cookie Swirl C, right? So, yeah, they sink, right? Like it's weird. Like the golf, like there's this one area where the golf course, everything was built on a swamp, right? And they built lots of houses like as well, and the houses, like, you know, they're slowly sinking into the ground a little bit, right? So I think the foundations can't last, right? Like with like the setting of in different elevations, right? Like, I don't know, but it's crazy. Yeah, man. The nutria rats. What is a nutria rat? Nutria rat. So, what's it here? So, the eco heating system weans you away from the traditional underfloor heating system. This innovative heating system provides a more comfortable manner of warming the room, thus deemed eco-friendly to use. Air supply, yeah, freight. Like I like the top one, the top feed, like the top supply. I love that. I don't like that coming from the ground. Excuse me. Water. See, yeah, here's the water one, right? The water underfloor heating system is not new in the market. This system can be installed underneath stone, laminate, flooring, tile, wood, and even carpet surfaces. Though this type is a lot more complicated to install than others of underfloor heating system, it sure is worth it. This technology is even being transformed into a stylish way to replace traditional radiators, as pictured here. Wow, eh? Oh, like that? Wow, 2018 is the year to switch to advanced materials to make it more suitable for this coming year. And the more advanced the instrument, the more comfort and security it provides. Look at this, right, guys? See, we've been talking a lot this past 9 months about technology, and this is what this stream is important because it kind of we're talking about wood a bit, right? But we're going to talk about like a kind of a recap, make sure we didn't miss anything this year, and we're gonna look a little bit into next year. Look, yeah, big rats, eh? Okay, I will look it up. I'm gonna write it down and I'm gonna look it up after the stream because it looks crazy, right? Or actually, whoa. Alright guys, so look at this. Okay, here's the nutria rat. You know what? We got these here too. We call them beavers. Right? Yeah, we got them here too. We call them beavers, but they are nasty looking mofos, man. Beavers aren't that nasty. But yeah, I saw the picture of the one that looked like a freaking size of a dog. Alright, that's enough of that. Okay. But anyway, so yeah, the technology, right? Like the more advanced the instrument, the more comfort and security it provides, right? Choosing an advanced underfloor heating system secures protection for the whole household, right? So digital thermometers, best project the temperature of the room, more about temperature management, whatever, blah blah. But yeah, so of course, right? More durable, flexible, maintain, install energy, whatever, right? Yeah. So yeah, and then pros and cons. But yeah, it's just it's definitely I started seeing more and more like in-floor heating into like more. Like before, it was only like in the rich like places. Right now, it's more standard, right? So it's starting to become a little bit more standard. So might be a good business to start learning if you're in that field, right? So popular science. Okay, what's this now? Okay, cross laminated timber. So this is actually an article from 2014, right? I just included it because I think it's cool, right? So on a cloudy day in early October, the architect Andrew Waugh circles the base of a nondescript apartment tower in Shoreditch, a neighborhood in East London. Shoreditch suffered heavily during the Blitz of World War II. So urban renewal, compliments of the Luftwaffe, Waugh says, and then spent decades in neglected decay. Recently, though, the neighborhood has come roaring back. Nightclubs and tech startups arrived first on the promise of cheap rent, and residents followed. So architects, planners, engineers, sure. It's just like, you guys seen this stuff, right? Like cross-laminated timber. Here's CLT panels are cut to spec in a factory and assembled at the site. So it's like modular construction, but like look at the floor, the walls. It's like it's all wood, right? It's amazing. It's amazing. You see these clips? So look at these clips. They got clips installed, so the pieces, it's just it's like a puzzle, right? You just put it together. Oh, I'm off the chat again. Darn it. Yeah, they would hunt, eh? Yeah, Brandon, thank you. Yeah, 703, eh? Nice. Yeah. Yeah, we were just we hit 702 subscribers. Like it was just before the stream. So yeah, 703. That's awesome. I did get it. See, that's the problem. I need to get that extra monitor, right? So I can see when I get notifications, right? So, oh gosh, did I even get it? Did I get a notification? It looks like, let's go here for a second. If I click over, hopefully it doesn't like screw anything up. Whatever. No, oh, I'm just looking on the screen anyway. Oh man, boiled nuts. Hey, good stuff, guys. Must have started at 5:30. We had a time change today. So do you guys have a time change in Hawaii? You know where you are? Yeah, but good morning, boiled nuts. Good to see you. Wow, yeah, nice to see everybody's here today. That's so awesome, man. I'm going to open up my chat again. So, yeah, for energy purposes, where did I miss? Yeah, we geothermal tech to heat and cool our homes. Like, what kind of exactly do you mean by geothermal tech? We use like I want to say thermal scanners or something like that to inspect all our walls before, for our QC. And then like just like geothermal tech. What kind do you mean? I got. Yeah, yes, the time change is definitely. It was. Oh, tomorrow's Rue's birthday. Oh, Jesus. Eddie, come on, man. I screwed up. I'm sorry. Man, sorry, brother. A water source. Okay, so yeah. They don't, not a whole lot, 100%, but they mix it with stuff. I know, right, Court? Oh man. I know. Yeah, you got it. Oh god, I know, man. I'm so sorry. Okay, so ground source water to feed the unit. Oh, that's really neat. That's actually really neat. That's geothermal. Oh god. I gotta go back now and read it. Geothermal is a water source. Yeah, geothermal tech. I'm gonna have to look it up because I that's really neat. I get it. I ground source water. So like almost would that be more of a rule? I got an extra hour of sleep. Yeah, right. Yeah, definitely switch it around next time. Definitely. Oh man. Oh, I'm so sorry, bro. I'm so sorry, man. That's too funny. Oh gosh. Yeah, I'm gonna look it up more and see, but because I think it's really cool. Okay. Hi, Christina. Good morning. Oh my goodness. I bet I'm sure it could be a pain in the butt. Like it would be a little. Look at this high rise made all of wood, but look, see, still there's the concrete. That might be the basement, and then the piles would be right below all these columns, right? Oh yeah, that was funny, man. Oh gosh. Yeah, I'm gonna look up more about it because water's tricky out here because it freezes a lot, right? See, here's an up close look, eh? See, all this right here is like 2x8 or whatever, or being like just pressed together. And it's just beautiful. What a finish! Like what a finish. I mean, but that's a lot of trees though, right? Oh man. So beams of wood, usually spruce, are set down side by side in layers, with each layer perpendicular to the one beneath it, creating a wood board up to a foot thick. A thin layer of glue is placed between each layer. Press. The wood boards are placed in a massive press, which squeezes them together. Sand. Then 1, 2, 3 sand. The edges of the boards are sanded down. If longer sections are needed, the edges are fingerboarded to create a serrated interlocking end. They are then glued to the matching end of an other panel to create sections up to 70 feet, 78 feet long, man. That's crazy, right? That's like they're almost 30 meters, right? No, or less. That's 20 meters. No, it's 3.28 feet per meter, right? So divide that by 3.28 or something like that. I think that's what it is. I don't know. I can't remember right now. Like I said, I got an extra hour of sleep, so I'm groggy still. Cut. So yeah, of course, uncut, right? So the anatomy of a timber tower. Wow, has anyone ever seen one of these? Frost-free hose bibs. Like I think we do. Exterior like the tap to the exterior. We just had a plumber in to fix it, and he also added the like maintenance extension because there's room for it. We have like a little maintenance area, right? So we don't have to shut off the water in the winter. We just have to make sure the hoses are disconnected. Right? Is that what you mean? Right? I think that's what you're talking about, Chef. Correct me if I'm wrong. The LGs we quit putting in, yeah. So that's neat. Oh, this is not really a part of the stream, but I found this. So I think it was cool to add. This is a guide, an advanced framing guide. So from what I've seen in it so far, it looks pretty good. So yes, thanks. Okay, good stuff. Good. I added it just for reference for anybody. So it would be the 1, 2, 3, fourth link down. So my fourth link, advanced framing techniques. So just look at the table of contents here, right? So components, defined advantages, incorporating advanced framing techniques, floor framing, wall framing, so stud spacing, corners, interior walls, blah 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 blah, right? So it's really cool, right? So single top plates, ceiling and roof framing, single top plates. Okay, single top plates. I don't know why that sounds funny because I think I always put 2, but anyways, this is just something I found I thought was cool. Yeah, it's just a little guide. Look at these 2-foot centers, right? Make sure you guys so 2x6 studs to increase, yeah, R20, whatever, we know all that. So yeah, so look at this, from 16 to 24. Okay, so either 16 or 24, right? So when you're doing 24s, you make sure there's nothing more than 24, and when you're doing 16s, you make sure there's nothing more than 16. Simple, right? Floor framing, wall framing. So yeah, cripples. Look at that. See, so redundant. Make sure too when you're framing to make sure you incorporate your mechanical stuff, right, and your plumbing, man. Right? Make sure you got the right size of walls, and sometimes you need to frame openings, right? And it's nice to have fire rate them, right? So Battleship Galactica, nice. California corners, eh? 24-inch on center, yeah. You guys do a lot of 24-inch on center? I always do 16. Maybe I don't. They're very very rare to be 24-inch on center here. My last big framing job I did, that warehouse or whatever, it was 24-inch on center, which was weird, but it was 16 gauge stud, right? Holy cow, man! It was only like 30 feet high, or no, was it 30 feet? I think maybe it was only like 20. Was it 24 feet high? Yeah. I had a 12-footer, a 10-footer. No, it was 30 feet. Yeah, yeah. It was 30 feet high. So, because I had a 12-foot, then I stacked a 10-foot on top, and then I had like a 2-foot top. So, that's only like 24 or whatever. 25 gauge minimum, yeah. And in my trade, I specialize in 20 gauge and under. I never touch 25 gauge. Like, it's actually like 26 almost, but that's good stuff. Wheel row, that's neat, right? I thought it was neat, just for somebody who wanted to check or need it for reference, right? Or wanted to learn something. I thought it'd be cool to add. It's actually not so bad, right? Like drywall clip, the whole drywall in place. I wouldn't add a clip. That's ridiculous. I don't know what that's all about. Or but look, so it's not showing any backing though. I don't know. There's got to be a stud here. Stud here. You got to add corners for your drywall. If you're drywalling here, add a stud. Yeah, make sure you always add a stud for your drywall corners, right? When you're running your OSB or plywood like this, you're good, right? You're good. You see, you can even drywall over top, no problem. But when there's no wood or backing, you need to add a stud here. I don't know what this clip thing's all about. R values. Yeah. Yeah. So look at that. See, this is single top plate, so there's a clip instead of a second plate. I get it now. So this is what this is all about. So single plate, top plate framing. So you got these clips, yeah. Right. So if you don't got the clips, you just add a stud, but you make sure you're cutting back when you're framing. You know what I mean? Like this, you'd have to overlap this way from this one over, right? And it would stop here and stop here on this one. You know what I mean? Make sure you're always overlapping pieces. Like you wouldn't stop the top plate here on these ones. You would run it across. You know what I mean? Yeah, right. I don't know. It's crazy. Maybe this is old. I don't know. Let's look at the date. 2014. This is from 2014. So yeah, be cautious. Like when you're reading stuff. Like if you guys have questions, ask Vince or somebody who knows, or myself. I might be able to answer. But yeah, ask somebody, right? If you got questions, that's what we're here for, right? Because yeah, like this is a little weird, but it kind of just gives you an idea of some stuff, though, I guess. But I suppose I don't know what would the benefits be, Vince, if you're still here, or anybody of a single top plate framing like this with these clips. What would be the benefits? Like, I mean, less material, I guess. I don't know if it'd be quicker or anything, but less material for sure. But you're losing a bit of height with this, but you could gain it with the, I don't know. I just think it's nice having all that room, right? I think with double plates, I like having all that extra room, right? Because then when you go in your ceilings, like, or maybe this is for open ceiling, like rafter type. No, see, you got joists here, Yeah, I bet. Repairman's best friend, yeah. I can't think of anything either, Vince. So anyways, yeah, like anybody who's looking this way, like here, when you're doing your roof trusses, right? The same type of clip, right? Those nail clips, right? The spikes, and then huh. So yeah. Anyways, I thought this was gonna be a bit different, but that's okay. Yeah, it still shows you some good stuff. Like use proper cripples and stuff like that, and But yeah, just ignore the clip part. Not a real fire stop. Yeah, and then just structurally, no, I wouldn't think it would be anything. It would not be as strong as double top plate. There's no way. Okay, this is interesting here. So this page here I just added because it's uh this is a very, very, very long article, but for anyone who's really into construction, this is really cool to read. I'm about halfway through it, and I started reading the final thoughts, the final observations, and it's really neat. This is from this year, right? The 2018 National Academy of Sciences. So it's from this year. It's an article that talks about. Let's go right up to the top. There's no pictures or anything like that, so we're gonna brief over it. But so it starts off so in Europe in the Middle Ages, craftsmen, da 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 da, right? So technological advances in the construction sector, right? So it talks about it and it makes it just like in a layman's terms almost. It's a really thought-provoking article, but it's written by science guys, but into layman's terms. It is really easy to read, so I want to read it. It breaks the construction industry down into, I think, 4 segments. The first one being construction-related design, so computer-aided design. So where we've been talking about virtual reality and stuff like that. I don't know if it has to do with this one, but the integrating with vendors and suppliers, all of the software, right? And so that everything's more integrated and seamless, right? So they're trying to increase efficiency that way, right? In management and things like that, right? So computer-aided design, though, like there's a big database now, all connected on the cloud, right, in the web with the internet. So designers are able to share things a lot easier, right? So like look at this, barcode technology is now playing a role in tracking and locating materials and equipment with identification codes linked directly to CAD systems. Look at that. I just caught that end, right? So this is a really cool article. Here's the second segment would be the construction equipment and methods, right? So our process is and the equipment that we use to build stuff, right? It's too hot still. Okay, so construction equipment in general assist in moving and assembling materials. Emphasis has been on moving larger pieces or on moving material faster with greater reliability and accuracy. So this would, I'm trying to think. So we got, okay, so this is where we're getting into, we have our robots and our drones, and the augmented reality integrates this with the previous, like the CAD part, and we're definitely seeing changes in automation and stuff like that, and things are going more, look at right here, automation and expert systems. So that's like the next segment, right? Let's see here. However, not all technological trends point toward fabrication away from the job site. For example, the automation of field welds by means of standardized robotic devices will provide reliability at the job site as high as that in the factory, and may even be more cost effective for those materials that are best shipped in smaller pieces. So we must be careful to balance our assessment, since advances are taking place on both sides of the fabricator job site equation, right? So I hate this, right? This one gets me steamed up, this subject, because I just can't stand modular construction. I can't stand it. I think it's just it's the epitome. It's an abomination of it's a mockery of construction. I just can't stand it, right? So the more we fabricate off site, we're just taking away from the whole the whole character of it, right? Like buildings come to life with like all the people that build them, right? And a lot of stuff goes down in a big build, right? And it's like, you know, when you start rushing things like that and building things like in big pieces, like, you know, like it loses a lot of personal touch, right? And it doesn't have the same effect, right? You can tell, like, the buildings that are built in modular have a much colder feeling to them. They're just not the same, right? But you know, and it's offsetting the industry, because the guys are able to bid a job cheaper than guys who build in the field, because they don't have like the same safety requirements. They don't, all this stuff, right? So it's crazy. But then anyway, so after that, the third segment is automation and expert systems. So the designers, when they have the drawings, can now, you know, with augmented reality, we have, remember, cameras in the field that are constantly monitoring the site, drones or whatever, scanning the site, and relaying information to the like the CRM software, the management software, and that management software is then is integrated with the CAD systems that have the material quantities and takeoffs, right? That can then send orders to suppliers and vendors in real time as needed on site. Like, this is where it gets really kind of cool, I think, right? It's well organized, and people, you know, people are, this is a chaotic, construction sites are chaotic. Like, there's so much going on. I get deliveries just pop up. Like, I know they're coming. I don't know when a lot, but sometimes like they show up and like unexpected, and it's a real gong show, right? Where do we put them? This and that, like, and then you're always doing takeoffs. Like, how much do we need? You're doing orders constantly. It's like, okay, you know, with integrating augmented reality into the CRM software, the management software, and the CAD software, and that being connected to the vendors and suppliers, that's really cool, right? So yeah. Anyways, that's automation. So, and then of course construction management, right? I talk a lot about that in like some of my older videos. I have to talk more about it, but I got to figure out how to integrate talking about construction management more in my channel. I just don't know. Like, I don't. Yeah, I just don't know how to integrate that more right now. But I'll just try to like put a little bit in here and there with the other stuff that I'm talking about. So the new contracts, like the P3 contracts, for example, that put everybody on the hook, right? That they're going to become more popular, right? The traditional design, bid, build is you know, if it doesn't change, like improve, it's gonna go, right? So yeah, this like bidding has gotten a lot more complicated nowadays with all the different contracts out there, and conditions, the specifications, like, they're huge, right? So yeah, there's a lot of stuff going on there. Anyone interested in learning about drawings and specifications, like how to read the drawings and specifications, interpret them and stuff like that? Anyone interested in that? I was thinking about doing maybe a live course or something like that one day, if anyone's interested in learning how to read drawings and stuff like that. Like, there'll be commercial drawings, like, I don't I'll try to go, you know, yeah, construction is stressful, but yeah, like I can kind of understand most electrical and mechanical drawings, but the architectural drawings, like and structural drawings, I can completely understand, and like absolutely every single trade. So plus the management part too, right? Like the the general conditions and stuff like that. Hey, good stuff. Good luck on your bid. Good luck on your bid, David. Thank you for coming. Good morning. Good morning. Have a great Sunday. Have a great week, David. Thanks for coming, big guy. That's awesome. I'm still learning to read a tape. That I know you're joking. Okay, so yeah, okay, yeah, David's got to go. He's got to do a bid, so that's awesome. That yeah, estimating, and like I mean, I don't know. I used to like estimating. I don't know. I just I just got so sick of working for people. I think it wasn't the job itself. It was just more or less the companies I was working for. I don't know, man. I don't know. But I just chalked it up to like I'm more of a field guy, I think, than but it comes down to ethics, right? Like it's a I don't want to be unethical, and I don't want to be immoral, and I don't do things that I don't think are right. So at some point, the you have to cross that line in order to stay in those positions, right? So I just never cross that line. I refuse to. So they can they can do it. I don't do that, right? So that's why I like to talk about good morals and ethics on the channel, right? I don't like there's a lot of shady stuff that goes on in construction, and it's a cutthroat industry. Yeah, so yeah, anyways, we're gonna be moral and ethical business people, right? That's our responsibility. I like whipping the pencil. Yeah, yeah, and because drawings are like, you gotta understand, like, when you're an actual journey person with experience, you know things, right? Like there's a video I'm gonna come out with this video, and it's about the personalities on a construction site, right? The different personalities and how we get along, stuff like that, and some of the ways you can, like, techniques you can use to get along with certain personalities. Okay, I've been writing it for a while. This is a little sneak peek of it. So where was I even going with that? Anyways, oh, right. There's the guys who are always asking stupid questions, right, where they know the answer to waste time, right, because they know they can ask those questions, right? But that's like when a company hires me to go in and do a job, I take a set of drawings and I look at the structure and I look at the drawings and I know the answers already. I don't need to go through the channels and talk to the G general. I don't go to the who has to put a RFI into the designers and all this crap, right? That's why they hire me, right? Because I go in and I get the damn job done, right? And I've been doing that for over a decade, and I've never had any problems. So you got to know how to understand how the different trades work, and how the structure isn't always it lines up to the drawings. So you need to make adjustments in the field and on the fly. So it's really cool. It's good stuff. I do enjoy reading drawings, and yeah, so and then of course you need to understand the specifications, right? So the way it works is the contract documents are the contract, the drawings, and the specifications. The specifications, whatever's in them, will always trump what's in the drawings, and that's how that works, right? And then the contract will always come with certain general conditions that are also a part of the specifications in a sense, right? But there's always, like, there could be supplementary conditions. But anyways, so moving on, this final observations was really neat. So in the next 10 years, the greatest technical impact in the construction sector is expected to come from improved management methods and automation. So that's pretty much right on par with what we've been exploring, management methods and automation. Automation in the field is what I'm going for, right? So yeah, this stuff here, man, this is some of the stuff from 2017. Okay, I found this article. I thought it'd be fun. So this one's 2017, the next one's 2018, and the next one's 2019. Okay. Okay. So when the job goes south, if it's not your fault because there wasn't enough time, yeah, you know what? When you're in any role, like from 4-person and up, you're always on the hook for it doesn't matter. You got to eat. You got to bite the bullet. The lower you are on the totem pole, you're the first one to go. Okay, so you gotta make sure you gotta be on par. You gotta be on your toes, man. You gotta be able to foresee problems, and you gotta watch your ass. You know what I mean? Like, you gotta be really smart out there to survive in construction, man. So that's why it's good to talk about it, guys. Like, it's good to talk about all this stuff, right? Because it's not an easy industry to break through in, right? There's a lot of competition in it. Let's just say that. Word of mouth, yeah, and you know what? Like, when I first started in construction, I used to just like literally call companies out of the phone book, starting from A to Z, right? And just and giving them my name, my credentials, you know, my or rates or whatever, right? And nowadays it's just like, you know, open up the old index when you need work and make a phone call. It's pretty nice. Or like, there's always people calling me for work, right? Like, if I want to go work, but I'm good where I am. I'm definitely good where I am. So, and I definitely don't want to go back in any office job. That's for sure. No. So we've seen this 3D printer before, guys. This is this research here. So for years, scientists have known that graphene in its two-dimensional form is one of the strongest materials on the planet. So graphene, right, stronger than steel, right? The hard hat attachment, the senses when workers are fatigued. I wonder how that works exactly. Yeah, so construction applications integrating with each other, like we were talking about, right? So, first self-driving construction vehicle. So this is back in 2017, remember? So actually, I know this one has no sound. So this is the self-driving car, right? I think this might be just a follow-along, but the self-driving car, like, it still needs those pylons to find its like its path, right? You know how we were talking about LiDAR imaging? It still needs to have something to go off of, right? Like a path to follow, right? Or something to keep its eye on. Yeah, David, he had to go. He had to put a bid in. So, yeah, this is just self-driving. It's self-driving, right? So this is back in 2017. So we've seen some advances in that this year, right, already. Look at this, RFID tags to workers' hard hats to track their whereabouts. Okay, so remember we're talking about our human RFID chips? So yeah, look at this. Contractors add RFID tags to workers' hard hats to track whereabouts. So they use this technology, right? And they use it to pretty much they tell the workers it's so if anything happens, we know where you are, right? So if there's an evacuation and you're not roll call, then they can track your location, things like that, right? So you get buried, they can dig you out, stuff like that, right? So California just authorized a bunch of self-driving cars. I'm not surprised. That's do they now? The question is, do you know if they are kind of only allowed to drive in a certain area of the city, like or are they allowed to drive like anywhere in the city? That's what I so yeah, they're talking about RFID tags in 2017 too. So America's first full-scale heated concrete slab at an airport. So 1% carbon fiber. Each test slab so each test slab is a total of 7.5 inches thick, placed in 2 layers, with just the top 3.5 inches are electrically conductive. Huh. two 15-foot by 13.5-foot test slabs. Okay, so of silence electrically conductive concrete. Interesting. Oh, look at this, guys. Hopefully there's... Okay, I'm going to check this out. If there's music, I'll get a copyright strike for sure. There he goes. Look at this. This is a 3D printed excavator. That makes sense, Brandon. Okay, so crazy, right? Let's check. Let's see here. So, the cost, I don't know, but let's see here if it says. The machine has three main 3D printed components: the stick, the cab, and the heat exchanger. So the boom, right? The stick, which measures 7 feet in length and weighs 400 pounds, is made of steel and took 5 days to print. The cab was made of carbon fiber, reinforced ABS plastic, and only took 5 hours to print. The heat exchanger was made of 13 pounds of aluminum, but the group has not released how long that component took to print. It looks like they haven't released the price either, but I bet you it's it was a lot of it was a few stacks for sure. Racks, stacks of racks. Right? Yeah, but yeah, it looks like they were a little bit hush-hush about it. So Microsoft targeting construction trades with new mixed reality hard hat accessory, right? Remote assist to allow real-time collaboration with a remote expert. So instead of walking to the trailer and opening up your health and safety manual and reading your safe job procedures and safe work practices, you can just look into a lens and ask somebody online, and they'll show you physically over the racks on racks. There you go, real. Thanks. You can, yeah, right. So instead of going to the trailer, open up your health and safety manual and reading something, you can just click on your hard hat, and a visor is going to drop, and you're going to ask Siri or Alexa to bring up this work practice or job procedure, and it's going to be a person demonstrating it by video and voice communication, right? And who knows, maybe even real time. A huge construction show held in Vegas every 3 years. Concrete World is one that I really wanted to go and see. I don't know if this is music or not. Let's just...
ushering in the next evolution in computing and productivity.
Let's check.
Ushering in the next evolution in computing and productivity.
Work has a very different definition as we move into the digital revolution, where work means thinking and creativity and collaborating with others.
I think the modern workplace is changing and it's affecting everyone. Why wouldn't we want to make people's jobs better when we can?
Mixed reality allows us to find new ways to express creatively and also problem solve creatively.
Information workers have been pretty well supported by technology over the past 3 decades, but there's a lot more that we need to do to support how the workplace is changing.
More and more today, people are working remotely. They're not all located in the same physical building. Critical workflows that we uncovered was for the field service worker who often needs to call in for some expert help. And with mixed reality, we can bring the expert to them, and the expert can see what they're seeing and can annotate into their space and help them solve the problem and verify that's been done correctly. Another critical workflow that we've uncovered is around training employees on new products, processes, equipment. Companies are spending a lot of time and money on this today, and these things change often, and they're so critical to their operations. Another area of opportunity is around space planning. Companies need help designing and planning out their spaces efficiently. Mixed reality enables them to view their designs with digital objects, and they can see them at scale, and they can walk through them and iterate before they have to make the costly decisions.
And I think all those things come together to sort of shape what this modern workplace looks like as we go forward. Digital transformation is really impacting every industry, right? Every company today. And the company,
like I said, are in the description if you want to watch the full videos. But that video just blew my mind, so I got a little lost in it. To think about all that, right? Like, right? Could you imagine that in construction? Like the drawings, like you're looking through the glasses, and the actual pieces are showing in front of you, like that you need to, and it can tell you need to cut this length right off the bat. You wouldn't have to pull out your tape measure or nothing like that. Like, isn't that nuts, right? That's crazy stuff, right? So they don't use rebar. Okay. Okay, so yeah, I always wanted to go to World of Concrete in Vegas. Someday I'll be there for sure. Right? We'll go live broadcasting from World of Concrete one year. So okay, where is it now? Who doesn't use the rebar? Okay, so we are okay. So in Florida then, right? They stopped using the rebar, and so there has to be an additive of some sort into the concrete, right? That's rebarless concrete, right? Oh, look at this! Researchers discover additive to help concrete withstand. It's right in front of me, right? Here, look. This is only a minute, so here, let's check it out. This is to help keep buildings and their occupants safe in major earthquakes. Researchers at the University of British Columbia have discovered a spray on concrete reinforcement that greatly improves concrete's resistance to earthquakes up to a magnitude of 9.1. So it's a spray-on reinforcement, some kind of polymer. Oh.
But what we have done is we have reinforced it with types of fiber reinforcement, which actually makes it extremely ductile. What that means is instead of fracturing, it would actually bend and continue to take stresses.
Just to give you an example, an ADCC retrofitted unreinforced masonry wall can take shakings of up to about 200% level of the actual intensity of the 2011 Tohoku earthquake, which itself is a 9.1 magnitude, Richter magnitude event. The same wall without the retrofit will normally collapse at about 60 to 65% of the intensity of same dimension. So at the moment we are using this retrofit technology at the Annie Jemison Elementary School, which is undergoing this seismic retrofit right now. But this material will be also used for more schools, upcoming in the next few months and close years.
So that's pretty cool, man. That's really cool, right? Could you imagine seeing concrete bend like that in real life and be like, no thanks, right? Wow. Yeah, that's the thing. The rebar, it makes it static, right? It makes the concrete very static, and the piling system, right? Like it's interesting. Like rebar and concrete in the ground and earthquakes. That's an interesting combination. It definitely doesn't mix, right? So No rebar. Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, yeah, right. And the salt water and stuff like that, eats at it, right? That's what you're saying, like the humidity and stuff, right? So these we know these solar roof shingles, solar powered shingles, awesome. So 3D printers, 3D concrete printers that can print structures in less than a day, right? So we've seen that before. We know this guy built robotics. This is the autonomous track loader, the track steer here. This is a self-driving track loader, right? And yeah, we also saw this year too. The first 3D bridge in the world printed. We saw that too in one of the streams. Well, here's something we missed. France officially unveils world's first solar panel road, using millions of miles of roadways throughout the world to also create power. Seems like a no-brainer. The asphalt and concrete we're using now aren't really accomplishing anything more than handling the traffic on the road. But there's also a very strong reason why those products are used. They're strong, reliable, and relatively durable. Still, many researchers believe there's a lot of unharnessed potential for roads, and the world now has a very strong test subject for the future of solar roadways. Wow. So there's probably music in this one. It's a minute. Yeah, I'm gonna mute it. Or no, mute it, not pause it. Let's just see if it shows us anything interesting. Let's jump. Yeah, we know that sun works solar power.
The panels are inserted in the road surface. The panels are inserted in the road surface and can bear all types of vehicle traffic. Wattway supplies electricity for street lights, furniture, buildings, as well as shops and businesses. Last but not least, Wattway is also a solution for isolated, off-grid areas. There are so many applications we can imagine together.
Yeah, that's interesting, right? Like, the roads are definitely not fully used, right, to their potential. And generating energy from them, that's an awesome idea, right? So modular exoskeleton, that's nothing like, yeah, okay, so it'll help us move objects and preserve our bodies longer and stuff like that. Make it easier for us to walk in stuff, lift heavier objects and stuff like that, right? Sideways moving elevator. Okay, I'm sorry, the sideways moving elevator. Let's just see this. All saved, gentlemen. Come on, I just want to see the sideways elevator. There. Get on with it. What? What? Okay, so now we're getting into buildings with actual transportation inside of them, right? So let's see here. So I want to make sure that we get through these lessons real quick, but this is a neat page. This talks about different types of construction, right? So this one is spallation source, ESS, becomes operational. So the European Spallation Source, ESS, is a multidisciplinary research facility. So these things are always neat, right? Because you're building things that are unconventional, right? And you're building to certain processors, right? Like processes and things like that, right? And it's different, right? Elevators, yeah, I know, inside the buildings, going sideways and like up and, you know, going all the way everywhere, right? Yeah, right, Carlos, like sideways elevators. So they're saying they can build structures now, like connecting other buildings and stuff like that, and it's kind of freaky, man. Like, I don't know, man. But could you imagine having to build like just the like build that stuff? Like, holy cow. So as things get more technical and complicated, sort of the buildings, right? So you gotta think, like, jobs, they're not going anywhere, right? With all this crazy stuff coming out, there's just gonna be so many different types of jobs. Like, all of a sudden the elevator trade is gonna now need as many trade people as before, right? Like, you know, now the elevator trade, there's only a certain amount of guys. It's a smaller trade, right? Like, you got 2 guys that show up a site and they put the elevators in. But when you're going sideways like that, there's going to be like 20 of them. You know what I mean by that? So yeah, 3D printing comes mainstream. So 3D printing becomes mainstream. So there'll be a 3D printer in every home eventually. It's crazy to think about 3D printing everything, right? A sideways elevator is like a train. I agree. Yes, Brandon. Absolutely, it is, man. It's definitely like a train. It's crazy, right? So 30 inches of frost wall. Hip roof. Yeah, that's too funny. Yeah, so look at this. The spaceship of the future, right, will be like a sailboat, right? You'll be a solar sail. It's beautiful, right? Think about a pirate ship flying through space, right? The Stratobus, right? Halfway between a drone and a satellite. Insane, right? Biomass mission, yeah, 400 million pounds. Earth observation mission launched by the European Space Agency. It provides the first truly comprehensive measurements of global forest biomass. High-resolution maps of tropical, temperate, and boreal forest biomass are generated using a radar sensor powerful enough to determine both the height and wood content of individual trees. These ultra-accurate maps help scientists address fundamental questions about changes in forest structure, especially in tropical regions where ground data are scant. They also help put a figure on the carbon emissions resulting from deforestation and land use change, making it possible to form better estimates of future climate change. The mission runs from 2019 to 2024, so the biomass mission, guys, that might be something we might want to keep an eye on. That's pretty cool. So that's a map, right? Like a 3D map. Oh, Carlos has got to go. Okay, guys, see ya, Carlos. Have a good day, man, and a great week. Thank you for coming today, brother. Nice to see you in the chat and on the stream. Yeah, man. Have a great day, guys. Yeah, so look at this satellite navigation system. Like, look at this, right? Computers break the exaflop barrier, faster processors, bionic eyes. Yeah, we've gone over that too. Look at this, vaccines. It's crazy, right? Connected vehicle technology is being deployed in a number of countries. So yeah, connected vehicle technology. Crazy, right? Automated freight transport. Yeah, copyright begins to expire. So U.S. copyright begins to expire starting with all works from 1923, eh? Neat. Like the fall of the copyright. LEDs dominate the lighting industry. So LEDs, right? Okay, airport escalators. Yeah, isn't that wild? The airport escalators that just like, you know, I saw later Carlos by Carlos later DGC LA. Oh, I see. Okay, I gotcha. So yeah, LED lighting is amazing, actually, right? I don't like it so much, like if it's so bright and white. Like I do like the warm feel of the bulb in certain situations. So it's kind of like, you know, I think we're still just at the brink of the LED lighting. It's just a new thing. I think we're going to see a lot of development in that industry. Jordan opens its first nuclear power plant. Wow. Look at this. Isn't that so different than what we're used to, eh? Like, look at this. That's all like, would it be concrete and other materials like that, right? The city circle line opens in Copenhagen. So, look at this. Around subway. Around subway. That is wild. What an interesting concept. Toronto has a really interesting subway system, right? And I really miss that system. It's really cool. But smart. We're starting to build roads this way, right? So why not subway? That's cool, man. I actually want to look up that later. The city circle line. Copenhagen. Okay, so also too, if Eddie or Christina are around, are you guys going live at 11 again? Or it'd be noon, I guess, 12 your time? Are you guys streaming today again? Hope so. Interesting though, guys. So the East Side Access subway extensions in New York City. It cannot be easy to build a subway tunnel in New York, like starting in Queens over to Manhattan like that. Could you imagine? Holy cow, man. That's an interesting project. And I think I've seen something about that when it started. I wonder how long it took to build that one. Fiscal crisis in 1970. Wow. It's insane, right? Temperature and lights are a pain, yeah. Lumens, yep. British troops leave Germany. Okay, so I don't know. Now we're getting into different stuff here. Yeah, anyways. This is the top 10 construction trends for 2019 to look for. So augmented reality. We definitely talk a lot about augmented reality because augmentation is definitely that's the future. That's going to save a lot of jobs, I think. And keep building away from you know, modular offsite construction. Construction software and data ecosystem. So, of course, the data, and we're sharing data. But look at this, eh? The workers. This is where they're wearing the glasses and stuff like that, and it's just you know, it's insane, right? Everyone's plugged in. Of course, build BIM, business or building information modeling. It's going to be always going to grow. Yeah, it's definitely, that's what started it all. Oh, you know what? Those coolers, eh? Those guys that come in and build those coolers in the like in convenience stores and grocery and stuff like that, don't they have like a really low life expectancy because of the chemicals that they're exposed to? Is that or a myth? Does anyone know? So yeah, catalyst for fundamental change in how we manage, design, and develop construction projects. So 4D and 5D BIM. That's yeah, 4D and 5D BIM is definitely amazing stuff, guys. That's integrating a lot of different aspects of the construction process into a single, you know, connection, right? It's really cool. Yeah, increase prefabrication and modularization and eco-friendliness. All about eco-friendliness, that's for sure. Prefabrication and modularization. the prefabrication is going to be interesting to see that grow with like the printers and stuff like that, because they'll be printing materials, right? It is offsite construction, aka modularization, yeah. Self-healing concrete. Drones, yeah, of course. Remember seeing the drones that, were laying raw bricks and everything, right? But yeah, the drones are going to be scanning them with the cameras, keeping real-time. Okay, good stuff. Right on. Yeah, Rue live at 12:30 Eastern. 12:30 Eastern. Pacific would be 3 hours earlier. Help me out. Sorry. 11, 10, maybe 9:30? Is it 9:30 Pacific? 10:30? I don't know. I'm still sleepy, I think. But yeah, make sure you're definitely on YouTube when your Real Estate Whisperer goes live at 12:30 Eastern. And she always goes live from some location or something, and something cool. It's a tour of something. So yeah, make sure you guys are there for her stream. I guess she was sick last week, guys, so we missed a stream. It was last week, right, Christina or Brandon? Sorry, I think it was last week. Robotics, yeah, right. Like the robot, the robot that was the robot bricklayer, right? Yeah, 9:30 Pacific, 10:30 Mountain Standard Time, 11:30 CST. Thank you very much, Brandon, for that. It's 3 hours. It's 3 hours on the Pacific side, right, from Eastern. Yeah, and it's only 2 for us. So, and I'm 1 from her, right? So, if she goes live at 1, it's 12 for me. That's how it works, right? So it's all mixed up. And then Boiled Nuts is a whole other time zone, I think. And then there's Fernby in Australia, who's like a day ahead of us or something, right? So, and then I don't even know. There's another gentleman that's kind of around. He's from Turkey. I don't know what his time zone would be like either. So. But yeah, cloud and mobile tech niches, cloud and mobile technology, of course, right? We know about that sharing of information and the mobile technology, right? So the wearable gear and stuff like that, GPS. Look at this here. Find your 10 tips for delivering construction projects on time and on budget. So this is actually a very Genie Belt blog. This page is very cool. Like all this great green highlighted stuff that we've seen is are clickable links. So yeah, wearable technology. That's crazy. So look at that. That's what everyone's gonna be wearing on the construction site in 2019, 2020, and beyond. It's insane. Well, at least the project managers and all that probably for now, or whatever. Maybe a foreman would wear it. Foreperson, sorry, would wear it, and yeah, guide the workers based on what he sees or she sees. But no, very interesting, guys. So you know what? That's the end of the stream for today. I did have a couple of bonus videos as well added on my in the links down below. You'll see the YouTube bonus videos. This is a 30-minute webinar on how to use Revit to model framing, like wood framing houses, right? So this is a 30-minute tutorial in Revit that'll teach designers or anybody who has Revit wanting to design stuff how to use its features and classes and libraries to build or design houses and things like that, right? So just a quick tutorial, 30-minute tutorial. If you have Revit, this is pretty cool. In the shop with Tom. Good morning. Hey guys, we're just kind of wrapping it up for today, but good to see you in the chat, my man. Nice to see you stopping by. Appreciate that. Figures, he says. No, man. So I got this other one here. So wood framing technology advanced. This is about how this video is about building in tight areas, right? So it describes how offsite modular construction would be helpful. So I did have to toss them a bone, because I found this one video that talked about them building in the mountains, and then they wouldn't have the room to build things on site. So the fact that it comes assembled and modular, it's helpful in this situation, right? And I get that. I get that for sure, right? For the environmental impact, the carbon footprint, and the worker safety, right? Most of all. But yeah, so good stream today, guys. It was a nice, good long stream. Talked about some stuff about you know, some technologies from 2017, some things that are going to be very popular next year in 2019. Recapped a little bit of what we saw this year, and yeah, it was fun, guys. Everybody that came by, it was oh, you put mod, yeah. And you know what, I've done it before. I just yeah, I've done it before, and I have, it was different. It might be different for every shop, but it was definitely different for me, because it was like the guys were wearing running shoes. There was no orientation. There was no safety meetings, like weekly safety meetings. There was no tailgate meetings in the morning. There was no FLHAs being done. There was no JHAs being done. There was no health and safety manual. There was no program, right? And if we were to build the same thing in the field, you would have to have your core certifications, you would have to have safety meetings, you would have to have FLHAs. So in order to bid a job that way, it's not fair, right? Because they can come out really a lot lower than the guys who build in the field. So anyways, but I'd be interested to learn more about what you do though with mods in the shop at Tom. I'd definitely be more interested in knowing what you do there. If you're not in the Discord, join the Discord. I don't know. Let's see if I can go copy the link from the top here real quick. No, it's already gone in my chat. But yeah, anyways, the link for the Discord is in the chat or in the descriptions. So definitely join there, and we can talk about the modular construction and builds more. That'd be awesome. Yeah, football kickoff time soon, guys. So, but don't miss Christina's stream, guys. So make sure you're there. Yeah, it was a lot of fun, and yeah, we are at where are we at now? 703 subscribers, 702. What is it at now? Let's see here. 702 subscribers. So yeah, it's pretty good. Less than 300 to go. I appreciate all the support, everybody. You've been fantastic, and yeah, thank you guys for everything. Okay, this is Chris. Okay, bye for now.